2 Samuel chapter 1. After the death of Saul, David returned from striking down the Amalekites and stayed in Ziklag 2 days. On the third day, a man arrived from Saul's camp with his clothes torn and dust on his head. When he came to David, he fell to the ground to pay him honor. "Where have you come from?" David asked him. He answered, "I have escaped from the Israelite camp." "What happened?" David asked. "Tell me." Okay, just for 1 second, I want to take this moment to acknowledge that David didn't celebrate. We don't see David celebrating, the misfortune of his enemies. He responded with honor. David responded with honor, and I think that just shows maturity. Let's continue. "The men fled from the battle." He replied, "Many of us fell and died, and Saul and his son Jonathan are dead." Then David said to the young man who brought him the report, "How do you know that Saul and his son Jonathan are dead?" "I happened to be on Mount Gilboa," the young man said, "and there was Saul leaning on his spear, with the chariots and their drivers in hot pursuit. When he turned around and saw me, he called out to me, and I said, 'What can I do?' He asked me, 'Who are you?' 'An Amalekite,' I answered. Then he said to me, 'Stand here by me and kill me. I'm in the throes of death, but I'm still alive.'" Okay, if we take a second, in the next sentence it says, "So I stood beside him and killed him, because I knew that after he had fallen, he could not survive. And I took the crown that was on his head and the band on his arm and have brought them here to my Lord." Wow. Okay. This says a lot. Everybody who brings you information is not your friend. Some people lie to get close to you, to seem like valuable or to benefit off of your pain, right? Just like clout chasers nowadays, right? You have clout chasers online. You have neighbors that are too friendly. Some folks will say anything for a moment of importance. Remember that. Wow. Let's continue. "Then David and all the men with him took a hold of their clothes and tore them. They mourned and wept and fasted till evening for Saul and his son Jonathan, and for the army of the Lord, and for the nation of Israel, because they had fallen by the sword." David said to the young man who brought him the report, "Where are you from?" "I am the son of a foreigner, an Amalekite," he answered. Oh, shoot. David asked him, "Why weren't you afraid to lift your hand to destroy the Lord's anointed?" Then David called one of his men and said, "Go strike him down." Oh, shoot. So he struck him down and he died. Oh, my goodness. For David had said to him, "Your blood be on your own head." Darn. Look, I wanted to say, "Your own mouth testified against you when you said, 'I killed the Lord's anointed.'" Oh, don't touch what God put his hands on, right? Don't touch God's anointed, okay? Even if the person isn't perfect, respecting God's authority will protect you in the long run, right? He killed the man. He don't even realize what he just did. "Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm." That is a clear warning against harming those who are chosen by God and his prophets. When you are anointed by God and people come up against you, they are not just messing with you. They are interfering with God's plan, and they are interfering with the blessing God has on you. What God has blessed, no man can curse. God is a living God. He lives in all of us. When you believe, you become one with Christ. Okay? Have these people that hurt others and harm God's anointed, they have no clue that God is right there. They are expecting to see some type of physical big figure behind you. No, you experience God's presence every single day with his guidance and his perfect love. And that's an inner reality, a deep connection that makes God's presence evident in how you love others and how you live. None of us are perfect, but if we could all just remind ourselves that God is here, God is watching, and God is seeing what we're doing before we do it. David took up this lament concerning Saul and his son Jonathan, and he ordered that the people of Judah be taught this lament of the bow. Okay, that's in the book of Jashar. A gazelle lies slain on your heights, Israel. How the mighty have fallen. Tell it not in Gath. Proclaim it in the streets of Ashkelon, lest the daughters of the Philistines be glad. Lest the daughters of the uncircumcised rejoice. Mountains of Gilboa, may you have neither dew nor rain. May no showers fall on your terraced fields. For there the shield of the mighty was despised, for the shield of Saul no longer rubbed with oil. From the blood of the slain, from the flesh of the mighty, the bow of Jonathan did not turn back, O Lord. The sword of Saul did not return unsatisfied. Saul and Jonathan in life, they were loved and admired. I know that's right. And in death, they were not parted. They were swifter than eagles. They were stronger than lions. Daughters of Israel, weep for Saul, who clothed you in scarlet and finery, who adorned your garments with ornaments of gold. How the mighty have fallen in battle. Jonathan lies slain on your heights. I grieve for you, Jonathan, my brother. You were very dear to me. Your love for me was wonderful, more wonderful than that of women. O Lord, how the mighty have fallen. The weapons of war have perished. Okay, I'm literally interpreting this obviously as David's grief, right? He's grieving in this moment very deeply. It's healthy grief. It's not all over the place. It's not too much, right? He's mourning this loss. Another thing that sticks out to me is that strength doesn't mean silence. You are allowed to mourn your losses, your friendships, your disappointments, right? A lot of times, we keep those things bottled up, or we feel like we can't express those feelings often. However often you feel these things, you gotta let it out. Even in today's chaos, in today's world, right? Celebrities' deaths, family betrayals, friendships that have broken up. God gives you space for your grief. This is what I see, right? Chapter 2, guys. We're almost done. In the course of time, David inquired of the Lord, "Shall I go up to one of the towns of Judah?" he asked. The Lord said, "Go up." David asked, "Where shall I go?" "To Hebron," the Lord answered. So David went up there with his 2 wives. Okay, y'all bear with me with these names, okay? Mahanaim of Jezreel and Abigail, the widow of Nabal of Carmel. David also took the men who were with him, each with his family, and they settled in Hebron and its towns. Then the men of Judah came to Hebron, and there they anointed King David over the tribe of Judah. When David was told that it was the men from Jabesh Gilead who had buried Saul, he sent messengers to them to say to them, "The Lord bless you for showing this kindness to Saul, your master, by burying him. May the Lord now show you kindness and faithfulness, and I too will show you the same. I too will show you the same favor because you have done this. Now then, be strong and brave, for Saul your master is dead, and the people of Judah have anointed me king over them." Oh Lord, wow. Okay, here David is inquiring of the Lord before making his steps known, right? If we take a second, David asked God, should I go? I feel like that is the blueprint for life today. We need to stop, take a second, and ask God what we should do, where we should go, how things should play out, and then actually wait for an answer. Before you move to these different cities, before you switch jobs, before you create that business or enter into some type of new relationship or marriage, right? We have to ask God first. Don't let emotions lead what prayer should be confirming. That's what I took from this. I also feel like David's full promise isn't here yet. It's only partial, right? We only see a partial of a promise. God won't always give you the whole blessing at once. Hello. Sometimes you get the Judah before you get the Israel. Okay? Listen, think about how sometimes you ask for something or you hope for something and you don't quite get exactly what you ask for, but it's like partial of something. It's like almost there, or it's almost what you wanted, right? That's the soft launch for your destiny. Don't always despise the small beginnings, right? Even in today's world, sometimes we see the glory, but not the slow grind of things, right? So I don't really see anything else here I can interpret. So, okay, let's move on. The war between the houses of David and Saul. Wow, okay. Meanwhile, Abner, son of Ner, the commander of Saul's army, had taken Ishbosheth, son of Saul, and brought him over to Mahanaim. He made him king over Gilead, Ashur, and Jezreel, and also over Ephraim, Benjamin, and all of Israel. Ishbosheth, son of Saul, was 40 years old when he became king over Israel, and he reigned 2 years. The tribe of Judah, however, remained loyal to David. The length of time David was king in Hebron over Judah was 7 years and 6 months. Wow, that's long. Abner, son of Ner, together with the men of Ishbosheth, son of Saul, left Mahanaim and went to Gibeon. Joab, son of Zeruiah, and David's men went out and met them at the pool of Gibeon. One group sat down on one side of the pool and one group on the other side. Then Abner said to Joab, "Let's have some of the young men get up and fight hand to hand in front of us." Oh Lord, that sounds like a little barbecue, okay? That sounds like that sound like y'all at the barbecue And the old folks want to see the young folks fight. The young folks want to see the old folks run up the hill. Okay, no. Continuing on. All right, let them do it, Joab said. So they stood up and were counted off, 12 men for Benjamin, and Ishbosheth, son of Saul, and 12 for David. Then each man grabbed his opponent by the head and thrust his dagger into his opponent's side, and they fell down together. So that place in Gibeon was called Helkath Hazaraim. The battle that day was very fierce, and Abner and the Israelites were defeated by David's men. Lord, so much fighting and killing. These people act like they ain't had nothing else to do. Lord, it's like these people were in constant conflict. The 3 sons of Zeruiah were there, Joab, Abishai, and Asael. Now Asael was as fleet-footed as a wild gazelle. He chased Abner, turning neither to the right nor to the left as he pursued him. Abner looked behind him and asked, "Is that you, Asael?" "It is," he answered. Then Abner said to him, "Turn aside to the right or to the left. Take on one of the young men and strip him of his weapons." But Asahel would not stop chasing him. What is going on? Again, Abner warned Asahel, "Stop chasing me. Why should I strike you down? How could I look your brother Joab in the face?" Okay, I get it now. But Asahel refused to give up the pursuit. So Abner thrust the butt of his spear into Asahel's stomach, and the spear came out through his back. Ooh, Jesus. Ooh. He fell there and died on the spot. And every man stopped when he came to the place where Asahel had fallen and died. And Abishai pursued Abner. And as the sun was setting, they came to the hill of Ammah near Giah, on the way to the wasteland of Gibeon. The men of Benjamin rallied behind Abner. They forced themselves into a group and took their stand on top of a hill. Abner called out to Joab, "Must the sword devour forever? Don't you realize that this will end in bitterness? Yeah. How long before you order your men to stop pursuing their fellow Israelites, right?" Joab answered, "As sure as God lives, if you had not spoken, the men would have continued pursuing them until morning." Man, listen, think about that. How many times have people thought of an idea? Oh, let's get up and play this game. Oh, let's get up and run up the hill. Let's get up and fight each other. If people would just keep their mouths shut and find productive things to do, my Lord, think about all the times you may have talked yourself into doing things that you had no business participating in, or going places that you had no business being at. Think about the times you may have gotten hurt or lost something that you needed, all because you were entertaining people, places, and things just because you were bored, or maybe because you had to prove a point to somebody. Have you ever had friends, family, or coworkers convince you to take part in something, and you know it's gonna be some mess or some drama, but you help out anyway and you regret it instantly? Think of how many not so wise ideas you have followed in your lifetime. Oh man, we have work to do. All right, continuing on. So Joab blew the trumpet, and all the troops came to a halt. They no longer pursued Israel, about time, nor did they fight anymore. Hallelujah. All that night, Abner and his men marched through the Arab. They crossed the Jordan, continued through the morning hours, and came to Mahanaim. Then Joab stopped pursuing Abner and assembled the whole army. Besides Asahel, 19 of David's men were found missing. But David's men had killed 360 Benjamites. Darn! What? Who were with Abner. Oh man. They took Asahel and buried him in his father's tomb at Bethlehem. Then Joab and his men marched all night and arrived at Hebron by daybreak. This is crazy. The war between the house of Saul and the house of David lasted a long time. David grew stronger and stronger, while the house of Saul grew weaker and weaker. Sons were born to David in Hebron. His firstborn was Amnon, the son of Ahinoam of Jezreel. His second, Caleb, the son of Abigail, the widow of Nabal of Carmel. The third, Absalom, the son of Maacah, daughter of Talmai, king of Geshur. This is crazy. If y'all think of this is crazy. This is what happens when people fight for position instead of purpose. We see this so much today in politics, workplaces, even in churches. War breaks out because ego seems to be louder than obedience. This is crazy what we just read. Oh my goodness. But listen, God always backs the house, right? Aligned with his will. You see, it said David grew stronger and stronger while the house of Saul grew weaker and weaker. God will always back the house aligned with his will. This is crazy, y'all. Okay, I'm going to end it there and we're going to pick back up where we left off in the next video.